Welcome back to the basement of ongoing bad financial decisions, where the figures are expensive, but the judgment is free. Today, our toy review is on Wolverinepool, based on the concept art that never made it into the movie Deadpool and Wolverine. I love toy companies making obscure figures. I made a whole video on it. Nothing tickles my grundle more than a figure that no one saw coming and then we end up getting it. And now there's Wolverinepool. He was only in a handful of comics. An alternate universe Deadpool Wolverine hybrid showed up in Cable and Deadpool 46 in 2007. And then he shows up again in Deadpool Kills Deadpool in number 2 and 3 in 2013. And that's about fucking it. The variant was dope. So dope, in fact, that they wanted it in the movie and built a concept art for it. And then never fucking made it into the movie. So Hot Toys said, fuck the 40 we could have got. Give us one that we have some spare parts for. At this point, in certain respects, we're not even collecting characters anymore. We're collecting permutations. And I don't know what the fuck that means, because I teach English. But fuck it, let's calculate the permutation. P of n, comma, r equals n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Fucking, yeah, that looks right. Apparently, if you take the number of Wolverines, the number of Deadpools, divide that shit by factorials, carry the 1, you get Wolverinepool. And according to the math, we apparently had 37 other options before we got here. 37 in a row! Making these variants of Deadpool, who never made it into a movie but appear in some other kind of media, reminds me of going down the Iron Man 3 42 armor Hot Toys fiasco that we could have got, some of us wanted to get, and never got it. We got a couple dozen from the film and then got skull fucked by a bunch of ones that never existed, but they put them out anyway. We keep this up, and Iron Man 4 is going to be a lineup for Bonnie Blue. I might actually see that one alone. All that being said, the figure is fire, man, and it should have been in the flick. So let's get to the review. Category number 1, resemblability. It's Wolverine dressed as Deadpool. Dressed as Wolverine. You really can't fuck that up. And based on the concept art, fucking nailed it. This also means they nailed what they set out to do. Make a figure that a movie passed on, knowing we wouldn't. So resemblability gets a rating of negative $285 plus shipping. I mean that in a good way. Build qualitability. It's heavy, it's firm. My issue is with the costume in general. Not what it looks like, but that fabric does not stand up well to those clamps on dynamic stands, and if you keep them folded for too long, you're going to get a weird crease. I'd say keep an eye on that when you pose it. Otherwise, it's dope. So build qualitability gets a ranking of 8 fucked up Captain America boob jobs, courtesy of Rob Liefeld. Displayability, slashing effects. Love slashing effects, man. They look great. And the slashing effects are completely interchangeable on the back of any of the hands, which means you can be decapitating a motherfucker while simultaneously shooting another motherfucker. Just the way God intended. 6 hands, 6 interchangeable eyepieces that are individually attached to those wolvie ears, 2 swords, and 2 guns. It's a smorgasbord of murder that gives me a nerd boner. Displayability gets a rating of 10 blind owls, who's now kind of a fortune teller. Valuability, $285. I gotta tell you, that's pretty reasonable for a Hot Toys figure, especially because it's concept art and never actually made it into the movie. Plus the ratio of what you get versus what you pay for is about evened out. So valuability gets a score of 9.5 weaponized Wolverine spinal cords. Finally, overall abilities. This section is always personal. The mileage for this is going to vary depending on what you want in your personal collection that you want to show off to others. But as a fan of both characters, what that movie did for the medium, and the fact that the shit looks banging with other pieces, Wolverinepool by Hot Toys is getting stamped basement necessity. As of this point, I always got to celebrate. We're up to 86 subscribers. We are rapidly approaching that 100 milestone. I appreciate all of you that keep the channel shared and liked and put a comment down every once in a while. So keep all that stuff going and drop down some criticism with some evidence. I'm trying to make these as good as possible. So I'm looking for what you guys are looking for. And I'm just going to say fuck it and do what I want to do anyway. I don't know what's coming in next. It's either a mystery box from TNS or something from Sideshow or J&D or whatever. But for now, this guy's going in a display case next to the Deadpool and Wolverine stuff. So with that, Judge Gonzo from Tanalier's basement, snick, snick, we out.